Hi, this is Steve Morris, Forest Hills Manager, with the first of hopefully several videos showing progress in the construction of the new Town Hall. Today is Wednesday, June 7th, 2017. Because this is the first video, and because several questions have come to me on the building itself, let me take a few minutes to provide answers on two questions recently brought to my attention. First, the building is on time and on budget. Early designs were much more expensive than Council had provided for in funding, and so they could be correctly said to be expensive. However, those initial designs were only preliminary. The architects tried to fit a lot of options and suggestions from Council, staff, and residents who participated in the architects' planning meetings in the building. Plans were modified to fit the borough's needs while providing a building in line with the spending plan, and therefore the current plan fits within the budget. People have also asked me if Council will raise taxes to pay for the building. While that is a policy decision for Council to make and I'm only an employee, I don't see why that would be necessary. Unforeseen issues may always arise that cause change, but if everything generally stays on course, the funding for the building is in place and a tax increase should not be necessary. The bond issue that is part of this funding is already included in the borough's budget. I will have an article coming up in the Tree City Times that explains the budget process in general, which may also help to understand how the borough plans for spending and revenues. Of course, it's hard to provide detailed answers on complex questions here, so please feel free to contact me at the borough office, and I will attempt to discuss this in detail. I will also attempt to answer other questions in future videos. If you haven't been to the site yet, the building is located on Greensburg Pike at the intersection with Perry, and is directly across Barclay from the two large baseball fields near the Forest Hills Westinghouse Lodge. Now let me briefly show you the status of the new building as of today. I'm here with Jimmy DeCecco from Foffman Architects. Jimmy's the project manager on the new building, and I'm going to ask him a couple questions so that you can understand what's going on with the building as it stands today, June 7th, 2017. Jimmy, can you explain to us what the status of the building is right now and what's going on?
Sure. Right now, these folks are prepping for the concrete slab pour that's just going to happen this week. So you see them putting down vapor barriers, the plastic membrane. The blue board that you see is all of the under the slab insulation to make sure that we have a thermal break between the outside air temperature and the inside.
And you said that was a unique thing. We usually don't see that in buildings?
Well, you see it, but you don't see it to the extent that we're doing it. So normally you put it on the vertical surfaces, the foundation walls, but you see it on the horizontal surfaces. It's because this building is so much more energy efficient than a normal building. The metal that you see underneath, on top of the slab membrane, is the reinforcing that goes inside the concrete, and all of the vertical pipes that you see sticking up are either electrical connections or plumbing connections or data connections throughout the building. So these are all things they have to get underneath the slab before they pour it, and that's supposed to happen the end of this week and beginning of next.
So while it looks like to some people who may not know what's going on, the progress has been slow, really there's been a lot of things going on. The geothermal installation, all the underground work with the piping coming in for plumbing and conduit, etc., correct?
Absolutely. And so much of this is preparation. So what you're seeing is the culmination of weeks and weeks and months of effort is going to start happening, and you'll see a building pop up here in the next few weeks.
Okay, thanks, Jimmy.
Sure.
As with other videos from the borough, we'll continue to post notices of these on the borough's Twitter account at Forest Hills Borough when they become available. We will also post future videos on the borough's YouTube channel, Tree City TV. And you can always contact the office for additional information or with any questions. I hope you found this first video to be informative. We will continue to show progress through videos and still photos via our Twitter account.